All right, around 6:30, I will have another one for you. So Taylor Swift won that court case. Again, she countersued
greedy.
this DJ who said that he lost his job. She said he grabbed her ass during a photo op. He lost his job. He was a morning co-host at a country station in Denver, and he sued her for lost wages and blah, blah, blah. She won the case. This guy's the luckiest dude ever because the judgment was he had to pay $1 because she was just trying to make a point in court. I got to tell you, I don't like Taylor Swift, and I just don't believe that this guy grabbed her ass.
Why can't you
but
believe
the photo,
that?
his hand is there.
Okay, I'm going to play a clip of this guy, okay?
Okay.
This is, the first time he even spoke on this was after the trial, after the verdict came down to Good Morning America.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't invited to be in the photo. So it was, I just moved into the shot the best I could.
Are you asking people to consider the possibility that one of America's biggest superstars is lying or at least mistaken?
What I'm saying is that I didn't do what they say I did. I didn't do it. I never grabbed her. I never had my hand under her skirt. And I can pass a polygraph.
One of the theories is that you waited 2 years, you wanted a quick payout.
I asked for something in writing which stated that there was a misunderstanding. And I can take that and possibly convince someone at a radio station to hire me.
You didn't want money, you just wanted this note?
Absolutely.
So this guy just wanted another job. He's like, nobody will hire me because they think. Here's my take on this, and obviously I wasn't there. But coming from this industry, I will say this. DJs are usually starstruck. Because when somebody like Taylor Swift comes in, now if you look at that photo, it does seem like he's got his hand down there. It does not look like his hand is up her skirt and on her ass. But her entourage said, she said somebody grabbed her ass or whatever, and when she testified, she said, as I walked away, his hand was like stuck on my ass. This guy is in a photo with his wife on one side, Taylor Swift on the other. If you get in a photo, we've all done photo ops with famous people or whatever. At least I know I do this weird thing where I don't really know where to put my arm. I don't put my hand on the person. I don't touch them. So my arm is usually just kind of behind them. And if this guy was like, I envision it like Taylor Swift was going to take a picture with this guy's wife. And they said, come on, get in. Like he said. So he runs over. His arm's kind of there. I just can't buy that this disc jockey at a country radio station who probably likes Taylor Swift or he's starstruck is going to squeeze and grab her ass. I just can't buy it.
I don't believe that his hand is up her skirt because if you look at the length of her skirt and you can see the top of his hand in the photo, like part of his wrist, it doesn't seem possible that he could have gotten scooped under.
But that's
there.
not necessarily the moment that he was doing it either.
No,
That's true.
And again, you're right because I wasn't there. But this wasn't like he was drunk after the show and they were backstage. This was at the radio station. Now I don't care for Taylor Swift in the first place because I think I get the real disingenuous vibe off her. I think that she's somebody who kind of has an image, but isn't really like that.
I agree with you on that.
And somebody else brought up the point. They're like, for whatever reason, because she's considered like an Aryan goddess, she is going to have to speak out against the Charlottesville thing because apparently there's a huge swath of Taylor Swift fans who are white power people.
That's weird.
Well, they're like, the least that this girl could do is speak out against this. I don't know if she has or whatever. And again, it's not her responsibility, but if, blonde hair, blue eyed, there's just something extraordinarily disingenuous about her to me. Not a huge fan of the music. I get she's super young, but she's been in the business long enough.
She's not that young anymore.
Well, she's not like 35. Was she 22?
No,
24?
she's probably 25 or 26 now.
Well, anyway, I don't buy that
But
this guy grabbed her ass.
But why would she make this big deal if something didn't happen to her?
She's 27.
Her entourage, really, she's pushing 30.
She's 27, yeah.
Her entourage accused the guy of doing it. They said, because there were a few people there, and she said somebody had my hand.
So
on
why
her.
would they do that?
Why would they do what?
Why would they accuse him of that?
Because he was the guy that was right there.
But why would her entourage
Do you think there's a phantom
why would
grabber?
they lie? What's in it for them?
Is there a second grabber?
I'm not saying they lied. I'm saying I don't know who else is in that room. I don't know who was, like you said, that might not have been the moment the photo was taken.
But also, she was.
If this guy, if you just look at the photo
Yeah,
as
I'm
evidence,
looking at it.
okay? If that guy had his hand down there, you can bet your ass she would go, hey, 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 not cool, or whatever. She's not going to smile and breathe through it. She's
It
like, I
could've-
felt violated. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying nothing happened.
It could have happened really fast.
I'm
is
saying,
the thing.
right, but she said as she walked away, his hand was still on her ass. He didn't grab my ribs, she said. He didn't grab my waist.
But there was also a huge meet and greet happening at that time. In her defense, is that she didn't want to ruin it for the other fans, which I can understand that, and she was taken aback by it. I believe that
And
he
it
did
could
it.
happen really quick like that. Like I've been in a situation where I've been in like a crowded bar, and someone grabbed my ass, and like for a second you think maybe someone bumped into you or like it was a mistake. And then you by the time you like figure out what happened, that person's already lost in the crowd.
Right,
You
but
know
that's
what I
not what
mean?
she said. She was sticking to her story that this guy. I'm just saying, people who are on the radio, they get starstruck by people like that coming through, especially a megawatt artist for a country station like Taylor Swift. Guy's going to risk his job because your employer, especially in radio, they will never go to the mat for you. They do not care one whit. If it's between Taylor Swift and your morning co-host, goodbye, dude. You know.
I think he had a couple of cocktails because he did admit that someone admitted in the lawsuit that there were drinks served. Okay.
Okay.
I think he had a couple of cocktails. His inhibitions were lowered a little bit. I think he thought, wow, this chick's, like hot, whatever. His wife's in the photo. I think he thought maybe it'd be a funny thing to tell his wife later, like, hey, like I even touched her butt.
Did anyone? I would never buy that. Did anyone float the theory that he thought he was grabbing his wife's ass?
No.
Taylor Swift is about this wide, and if his wife is on the other side, he's had a couple of drinks, maybe his arm went.
No, they never floated that theory. But I even told when I had my photo op with Adam Levine from Maroon 5, the first thing my husband asked me was, "Hey, did you grab his ass or something?" I'm like, "No," but it happened so fast. That meet and greet, let me tell you. Happy I got the photo, but he didn't say a word to any of us.
No, I always put my arm, if my arm's behind someone, it's basically the inside of my arm touching their back. I don't put my hand on
I
anybody.
think my arm
don't.
was floating. I don't even
You
know
guys
if I
do
touched
hover
him.
hand?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I touched him. But certainly that happened so quick. I couldn't see how an ass grab could happen, and they're already on to the next person.
Well, they ruled against this guy, and obviously the guy's not going to get. You know who else is getting made fun of midweek was the courtroom sketch artist. Did you see any of the sketches? They're like, "Holy cow, that doesn't even look like Taylor Swift," and so that guy spoke out about why she was hard to sketch.
A person like Taylor Swift, who's very pretty, got a very, very perfectly proportioned dimensions on her face and everything, actually much harder. Everybody's got little idiosyncrasies about them that you want to pick up on. The shape of her eyebrows, that has a really distinctive arc. They start off very close down here to her eyelid. It's hard, and some people are just much easier to draw than others.
She's almost too pretty to draw. I had a hard time with her. Yeah, if you Google Taylor Swift courtroom sketch, it's funny.
Oh yeah, they're pretty
They're
bad.
really breaking his balls midweek.
I don't think this is as big deal as he's making it. Because Taylor Swift was going to let it go. I mean, yeah, they fired him, but Taylor Swift did not file the lawsuit. He filed the lawsuit, and he could
Yeah, she countersued for $1.
and he could sue the radio station for wrongful termination or whatever. But
But he won't be able to now because they ruled in her favor.
Well,
but that
and
was he
they-
sued Taylor. He didn't sue the radio station.
They said there was insufficient evidence. Well, the last thing you want to do is sue the radio station because then no one will hire
and
you.
you never
I
get
mean,
a show
yeah.
again.
But there's other things he could do. I mean, we are in a podcast age. We are in a TV.
You're adorable.
I know you can't make money on it yet,
Ah.
but what I'm saying is all hope is not lost. There has been worse people on the air that have done far worse
Right, but
things.
this guy was making $150,000 as a co-host in Detroit. I'm sorry, in Denver. Okay?
Oh, he was just the co-host. It wasn't even his show.
No.
Damn.
So
I thought he was
Hey,
like
Alan, I'm moving to Denver.
the two, like he was the second half of a show.
well, yeah, the co-host or
Co-host.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
So-
that's good money.
Because they kept the other guy.
So it was like Bubba and Ass Grabber, right?
It was like Rhino and Jackson. This guy went by Jackson. Big country station in
Jackson?
Denver.
Come on, that's an ass grabbing name.
You shouldn't be
And,
fired for that.
So the guy, So, yeah, a radio station might have said, we'll hire you, but they ain't going to pay him that.
Okay, well, those are the breaks. Sorry.
All right. Well,
I do
you
think
do,
though,
but you understand if you've got a family, Pound Cake, you can't take a job in Toledo for 40 grand.
Okay.
I mean, he may have to.
Yeah.
I don't know what his situation is, but I'm just saying he's a lucky son of a bitch that she only wanted $1 as a symbolic judgment.
here's a question for you. Okay, since you don't think that this ass grab happened, whatever. If you were to, we take pictures with a lot of celebrities in here, female ones, male ones, whoever, right? If you were to take a picture of, who's a female, Amy Schumer, okay? You're grabbing a photo in the hallway with her. You accidentally touch her butt when you go to, like, get to, take the photo, right? You know where your hand's at, okay? It's not like you're blindly, I don't know, is my hand up high? Is it down low? You know where your hand's
you're
at.
talking about if my hand brushed her ass.
If your hand brushed
she
her ass.
contended this guy squeezed her ass.
Right, I understand.
Okay.
This is the question.
Yeah.
If you accidentally brushed somebody's butt, which in the photo you can see where his hand is, it's very near where her butt would be,
Right.
okay? Would you go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, excuse me, I
Yeah,
really did not mean to do that
Yeah.
immediately. That's not what this guy did.
Right, but
And
that's
by the
why
photo, it at least should garner, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, didn't know that my hand was there.
But there's nobody who doesn't think they're going to lose their job immediately if they squeeze an artist. They could squeeze a coworker's ass and lose their job, let alone Taylor Swift.
I
But if
think
he's
he
having
thought-
drinks and he's feeling like a big shot, he might have done
Yes.
something dumb.
And I think he thought his hand was disguised by having it behind her back.
Or it would be
and
show
had
content.
plausible deniability.
I just think
he
if it
might
was
just be a creep.
he might be. If it was a big group of people, I could see that. But if it's her and your wife
but Alan,
and
those
you,
meet and greets are like this. Here, this is Bill. I'm doing a meet and greet with Bill right now.
All right, don't
no,
grab my butt.
I've done a million
Next
of
in
them.
line.
I've done a million of them.
We work together.
Next person.
That's why I have the opinion I do, because I've done a million of these. I've been in this business for 25 years. I've worked with a lot of creeps.
Really? You never mentioned
Not one of them has ever grabbed an artist's ass. Not one.
That you know of.
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I accidentally brushed up against Nick Jonas's ass, and I said sorry immediately.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I said, oh, excuse me.
Pound Cake's implying that he didn't.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
said,
anyway.
oh, I'm so.
She-
I said,
she-
excuse me.
Yeah, he lost.